go into questions for Coach. All yours, Coach.
So thought we had a really great start to the game, obviously holding them to only 5 points in that first quarter. And then, the second quarter is obviously one that we struggled in defensively. So we gotta be better at that and continue to try to put 40 minutes together. We can't, just because we're up, 18 or 20, we have to continue to put, keep the foot on the gas and continue to execute defensively, and then also just run our offense. We kind of went a little rogue there in the second quarter and took shots that weren't really in our rhythm and not really it's just not what we do. And that allowed them to get some easy baskets on the other end. But then I thought we responded extremely well to halftime and came out and defended with a lot more intensity. We rebounded extremely well, which I said, I know we're bigger than them, but sometimes it's harder because they're so little, and then they're also 5 out a lot. It's hard to go out and have to get, sometimes it's easier to get a close in box out, but to be able to handle them, easily on the boards was something that we were, really, really focused in on. We have been really the last couple of weeks, so credit to these guys for executing it. And then I just really liked our, we just had a lot of players produce, and a lot of players that were able to score, but then also more importantly, a lot of players that came in and rebounded at a high level. So when you get a lot of people doing a lot of different things, it takes a lot of pressure off. And obviously KB and Hobby both produced a lot of points down low, which was something that we came in very intentional with. And then Dal had an unbelievable game, and just really kind of all 3 levels with scoring and just playing with such great energy that set the tone for us. So I'm happy with our response, not happy with the second quarter, and we'll keep on getting better one day at a time.
Questions for student athletes? Go ahead and raise your hand and we'll get you a mic.
For Adalia, just on your night tonight, are you kind of more happy with the 20 points and how you were able to get an offensive flow, or the responsibility of holding 2 to 3 points?
First, I just want to thank God because I keep experiencing His goodness, but I'm just proud of my teammates and how they push me to be able to have a performance like that. And I just want to help the team in whatever way I can. So if it's points, then cool. But if it's all across the board, then yeah. And Coach Green pushes me every day for defense and to be that defensive presence, and I want to do that every game. So I'm just proud overall.
Doug, I know we talked a lot about you working on expanding your game through the summer, but what's the key to do that during the season, and what can seeing a couple go in tonight from 3 do for you?
Yeah, it definitely gave me confidence because that's something I've been working on. But again, Coach Green talked to me about staying consistent during the season with getting workouts in. So just staying consistent on the floor and putting in that work, and it's true, hard work does pay off.
Ken Novak here. In the first half, Genesis hit you on a over-the-shoulder, no-look pass. I'm going to assume that's something you don't work on in practice, but when that ball flew over her shoulder, was it a must for you to complete that play?
Absolutely. I mean, with Jen, she does have some crazy passes at times, so whenever she drives, I am always ready. Like, my hands are up. I'm expecting it to come to me if she's halfway in the air. So just always being ready for her passes for sure.
Kendall, Coach kind of referenced it, but the 5 out that they played a little bit, how much can that maybe help you with a different look, this early in the season, maybe in Big Ten play or someone that you might see down the road?
I think a lot, especially since I'm playing a little bit more of the 4 this year, a lot of the 4s in the Big Ten are kind of like guards. So I think just being able to work on it with some of these teams that, at this point in the season will just kind of help me just kind of feel more comfortable in it, just kind of get a groove going and just kind of know what I'm going to need to do at that point. So, last year I got to, stay down low quite a bit. So being able to kind of move out and kind of guard out there has been really good.
We see you guys cheering and celebrating, getting really wild on the sidelines after your teammates make really good plays. What does it mean to you guys to see the freshman or the sophomore make such strong moves during a game?
Oh, I love it. It's just we've been kind of harping on them just about confidence. Over the summer when we play pickup kind of on our own, like they just, doing all these moves, like dominating, they get in practice or in games and they're like scared to shoot. It's like, we see what you do, and so when they actually go out there and do it, just kind of like have that confidence, and you see that confidence being built. I think it's great.
Yeah, I love celebrating for my teammates. Like, just seeing your teammates succeed, that's everything. So seeing the freshmen step up and everyone comes in, everyone got a rebound today. Like, that's huge. And just being able to dance on the sideline just brings me so much joy.
Kendall, you've been someone that's been around Adelia for a long stretch here. What have you maybe kind of seen from her development that's kind of led to what she's been able to do the last couple of games?
I really think confidence, I'll say her sophomore season when Coach Green first got here, I really saw like a shift in her confidence and just her work ethic and just being in here all the time and just being able and being willing to like change her game. And I really think this year it's just kind of fine tuning those things. And I really think she's done and made a conscious effort to like kind of expand her game a little bit, which will help change the scout on her and which will help us as a whole. So I'm really proud of her just being able and being willing to kind of expand that game, because I know it's hard at this level to make kind of a change like that. So just kind of her energy and just her willingness to adapt.
Excuse me.
What can you guys take away from tonight's performances that kind of carry it to the next couple matchups, particularly against like Big Ten matchups?
I would say just take more pride on defense. Like, defense is huge for us and it's a part of our identity, but just being more locked in and more focused and getting those stops. Like Coach Green said, can't have another second quarter like that. So we got to be intense and locked in and just be a dog.
Yeah, I would say just doing what we do and just kind of sticking to our principles. I feel like sometimes with these teams, it's very easy just to kind of fall prey, just to like, oh, they're standing, we're gonna stand, that kind of thing. So just kind of like locking in with these teams and being able to push for however long we're in there, and knowing that like we're gonna have to start every game at an elite level from this point forward, because all the teams are capable of beating us. All teams are capable of hitting threes, like all that stuff. So just kind of being on high alert. At all points in the game, there's no time to relax.
Doug, I saw you kind of nodding along when Kendall talked about how challenging it is to expand your game at this level. Like, what makes it challenging, and how do you kind of find your way through that?
When you utilize your strengths, it's comfortable just doing that. And driving, I know that's one of my strengths, and I love going to the basket, but it does take a lot of time and effort to get consistent reps, and it takes sacrifice, and sacrifice isn't always easy, but I'm surrounded by a great team and great coaches, so they make it easier for me to just, get better at that.
And speaking to that a little bit, both of you were here through the coaching change. What has Coach Green done for you guys to really change that culture and make you you want to be excited to come play every day?
Just really like put me in positions where I can succeed, and just kind of help me, like speaking of expanding games, like just kind of expand my game, just instilling that confidence in me, which isn't something I've had really before at this level. Like just kind of the confidence to step out and shoot a three, the confidence to go up. Like, she's never going to tell you not to shoot a shot. Like, I don't think that's very heard of at this level. So just kind of knowing that like, okay, she has confidence in me to be able to do all these things. Like, it makes it fun and it makes it a little more relaxing, which I think helps everything.
Yeah, I agree. I thank God for Coach Green. Like, she really has changed my life, like changed my perspective on basketball and life outside of basketball. Just going hard every day and, never giving up. And I believe in myself so much because how much she believes in me. So I really appreciate her.
How much does your defense kind of translate to maybe you getting confident offensively on the other end?
Yeah, defense gives me so much energy to go and play some offense, but it feels good getting stops, getting steals and just letting that translate to offense. So defense does give me a lot of energy in the game.
Everybody good?